So I'm really bad at icebreakers. So my name is Cheriz, and I have cystic fibrosis, which basically means my lungs hate me. Every morning, you have to catch the bus, and you're running, and it's like 2 blocks away from your house, and you see the bus driving, and you think you're gonna make it, and then it just drives by, and you're like, no, and you're like waving your arm, and you're like, stop! And then the bus stops, maybe 20 more feet down. Most people are really happy, right? Because they're like, yes, I can catch the bus. For me, I'm thinking, oh God, because if the bus actually stops, it means I have to run and catch it. So I'm running, I jump on the bus, and I get on. Of course, I'm hacking up a lung by this point. So the front row of the bus just kind of moves to the back, and I get the whole front row to myself. Thanks, swine flu. This also works really well for anybody else with CF, or even a cold or a cough. You can get through lines faster, crowded hallways, trains, planes, elevators can be a lot of fun. So there are some perks to having CF. I can still eat off kids' menus, and I can beat out 10-year-olds for the part of Annie. Also, if I'm in Walmart and you can't see me because I'm too short, don't worry, you'll find me. Now, we've all had our first crush, right? Most people, it's on a teacher. Well, me, naturally, it's on my pediatrician. He would come in and he'd put the stethoscope up to me and say, breathe in, Cheriz, and I'd go, My first actual crush, though, was on a little boy in the hospital. He had CF as well, and we'd stay in the hospital at the same time. He came to my room one time, against my door, had a movie, popped it in the movie cart, hopped on my hospital bed, pushed the nurse's button, can we get some popcorn? Our IV poles were next to each other. It was like magic. However, we were 10, so we used to decorate our IV poles. We made them our imaginary friends, and we'd name them. Mine was Ivy Pole. Genius, right? It also doubles as a stripper name. Now, it's not all perks. There are some embarrassing stories I've had in my life. Not all related to CF. I had a boyfriend my first year in college, and we were hanging out, and I was sitting on the couch, and he comes over and he goes, stand up. I'm like, okay. Stood up. He goes, I'm gonna kiss you. I'm like, why is he narrating? Okay. And then he kisses me like this. I kid you not. I didn't know what he was doing. I thought we were getting held up at gunpoint. However, my most embarrassing story actually was due to my CF. I was going down this water slide, this water park. It was a family get-together in Wisconsin Dells, and we were going down the slide. Me and my dad were racing down these slides, and my stomach tube came out. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want anybody to know it's mine, I'm mortified, right? Because I'm 18, I don't want anybody to know I have a stomach tube. I get to the bottom, Dad's like, you gotta go tell the lifeguard. And I'm like, okay, Dad. And I'm thinking, no big deal, right? It'll be like some fat dude in a Speedo, all hairy. I turn around and it's like, the Fabio of lifeguards. I mean, this guy is gorgeous. I'm like, Dad, I'm not telling him. I'm like, you tell him, we'll meet up later, okay? And I go taking it off and I hide behind a tree. So my dad tells him, and the lifeguard's roping it off. It's like a crime scene, right? And this gorgeous dude has these people stocking up around, waiting to go down the slide, what's going on? He's swimming around in the bottom of the pool looking for my stomach tube. He comes up with it, gives it to my dad, and of course I'm hiding behind the tree, thinking we'll meet up later to get the stomach tube. Nope, Dad brings it over to me, right in front of everyone. It's mine. Yep, thanks, Dad. Yeah, my dad's embarrassed me quite a few times. My mom, though, however, mothers are very creative, right? They always know how to get their kids to eat vegetables, and they know these cute little tricks.
Like Mrs. Pigglewiggle.
Exactly. So when I was little, I never wanted to flush my stomach tube, ever. I was like, I don't want to do it. I didn't like doing it. So my mom used to make up these cute little jingles where she'd impersonate people. Like to put in her eye drops in my eyes. I'm the nurse of the eye drops, nurse of the eye drops, drip, drip, drop. My mom did that every time I need eye drops. Every time. I think I made her do it until I was 18 years old. My favorite was, every night before I went to bed, parents used to read you bedtime stories? Not my mom. I needed to flush my stomach tube. So she'd come into my room. She knew I didn't like to do it. So she'd impersonate and she'd go, Cheriz, master, I need to flush your tube. And let me just make a note. My mother is a 50-year-old, adorable, gray-haired, plump little lady. So just picture that. Master! I need to flush your tube! Let's hear from my mom. Let's hear from my mom, everyone. Thank you, good night.